Ever wonder who's out there making the world go round? It's truckers. Who unites baristas with coffee beans? Truckers. Who unites dogs with their favorite chew toy? Truckers. That's why Progressive offers truckers even more protection with Cargo Plus coverage to keep truckers moving right along. Quote truck insurance today in as little as 8 minutes at progressivecommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Coverage subject to policy terms, limits, and conditions. Not yet available in California, New York, and Virginia.
A new school year means a fresh start. For families that are looking for a new path to help their child succeed, K-12 could be the perfect fit. K-12 powered schools offer tuition-free, accredited, online public education for students in kindergarten through 12th grade. They know learning isn't one size fits all and will meet your child where they are. K-12 has been a leader in online education for over 25 years. They provide everything a student needs to feel safe, motivated, and thrive in their learning environment. With flexible education options tailored to each child's needs, interests, and goals for the future. K-12's dedicated teachers are trained in virtual instruction and provide real-time support. Plus, students will belong to a vibrant online community with opportunities for extracurricular activities to help them connect with peers and explore interests, all in a setting that works for your family. See how K-12-powered schools can help unlock your child's full potential. Enroll online today at k12.com/FWD. That's the letter K, the number 12.com/FWD. K12.com/FWD.
Yay Networks.
Welcome to what could be a heated episode of A Sandwich and Some Lovin'. So if you don't like to hear, Kellie, Alan, what is it? You bigger all the time. You might want to just skip this podcast and move on to the next one. But for the rest of you, I'm Kellie Raspberry Evans. And this is my husband, who I hope tells the truth tonight, Alan Evans.
Hey, Train in the house. What was that voice you did?
I was trying to do that voice you do when you're imitating people fussing at you.
Oh, the pissed off listener?
Alan, leave Kellie alone. I haven't listened to her since 1862.
Good one, babe. That's awesome.
Thanks.
That's good. Good stuff.
Well, we're starting off in a good mood.
Good
Let's
stuff.
see how it is.
Oh, it's only going to go downhill from here
Oh, y'all.
because guys, you know, I'm in the car with young, impressionable Dylan this morning driving to school
And Cole.
and Cole. And
Cole is 13. Dylan is 9, just for reference.
we are tuned in to 106.1 KISS FM.
Dallas, Fort Worth.
Listening to the nationally syndicated Kid Craddock Morning Show.
Dime.
We hear that Kellie Raspberry Evans is going to tell a story.
I'm just Kellie Raspberry on the radio.
Yeah,
you
Kellie
know.
Raspberry is going to tell some story. And I look over at the guys. I'm like, all right, guys, you're getting ready to hear a whopper because you were both there. Well, no, Cole
Dylan
was
not.
there.
Cole was there.
Cole was there.
See, you're already starting to fudge the truth.
Cole was there, and I said, Cole, you're getting ready to hear some facts that aren't quite exactly what happened.
I did not do I told what happened to Alan, not in real time. I am on a nationally syndicated radio show.
Dime.
I have a very small window, so I can't embellish. I can't flesh out the story. I just gave the facts, pretty clean and concise, and let's move on. That's what I did. So if Alan wants to add some color commentary to what I said, that's fine. But that does not mean that I lied.
We're going to get into all this. We're not going to go through all the details right at these 5 minutes. But yeah, something happened here at the house. Bodily fluids were spilled. And it was a big ordeal. So
It wasn't that big.
So
It was a minor ordeal.
Once again, I will have to respectfully disagree
We'll
that
see
it was
what
not a
everybody said.
minor ordeal.
Well, you lived.
Well, yeah, I lived.
Didn't go to the hospital or the doctor.
Well, we'll get into what happened to me here
All
in
right.
just a second. We got anything else?
Y'all,
I've got a lot.
I
but-
am sad. I am
Oh,
tired.
whoa.
I came
Oh.
home. You know, I signed up with this workout class with my daughter, Emma Kellie, because I thought it'd give us something good to do together. And today in class, they haven't done a boot camp class in 2 years, the woman said. And this was the first one. They were just kind of testing the waters to see how the clients liked it. And apparently everybody wanted this because the class was packed. There wasn't an empty spot left. And so Emma, Kelly, and I we get in the back of the class, as we tend to do, because we're still kind of learning. We've only been to a few classes. We don't have the rhythm. And this is the first class we took like this. And a lot of these women. But they've been coming, and they're good. They're seasoned pros, and there's us bozos in the back. And so we're working out with a big kettlebell, working out with this big weighted bar. We're doing all this stuff. And I just, the lady is very sweet. She's like, modify the movements. If you can't do this with, your foot up in the air, put it on the ground. So I'm modification. I'm just doing what I can to keep up.
You're doing the alternate version.
I'm doing the alternate version.
Which is, what would you say that is? Like it's a little easier,
It's
right?
a little easier.
Yeah,
and this is why I made the first instructor so upset, because my very first class, she's a new trainer. She asked me for my opinion, and I said, well, I wish you would just give us some alternate moves for those of us who were brand new, because I had to figure out the modifications, and I think I hurt her feelings, and she hasn't looked at me since. It's bad. I just leave chaos and despair in my wake everywhere I go.
True.
So anyway, the class tonight, we're doing this thing with the kettlebell after we've been working out and doing all this stuff, and I'm modifying my little heart out. And then you have to take the kettlebell and you swing it through your legs and kind of hit your booty, and then you bring it up to eye level. Right? You've done this before. Everybody does this.
Yeah.
So you swing it down to the ground, you swing it back up, and you swing it down to the ground.
Were you using your legs, or were you using your back?
Well, I'm supposed to be using
your hips. You're supposed to thrust your hips.
Just to thrust your hips.
Thrust them like that.
And squeeze your butt. You're supposed to, and then,
right.
Let the momentum of the weight help, get you through.
Right.
Well, apparently going up and down like that caused the blood to rush to my head and out of my head real quick, and to my head and out of my head real quick. And I had that moment where I'm about to throw up. I am about to throw up in this class. So I kind of backed up a little bit, and I said, and now I'm going to pass out. So I just I got some water, and I said, I'm not feeling better. I'm not feeling better. So I sat down, and the instructor came over. I didn't even know she was in my face until she was there, because I was just like, oh my God, this is not good. And she turned her microphone off. She said, are you okay? I said, I'm fine. She says, do you need to leave? I said, no, I'm just going to sit here for a minute. Because I'm in the back of the room. I don't want to walk out.
So you're that student.
Alan, see how much care you have for me? I was about to throw up and pass out.
Were all the other students looking back?
No, they're jumping around like they're going to the Olympics.
Oh, so they weren't having a problem.
No.
What about Emma Kelly?
No, she's tiring out because she doesn't, she's trying to figure out the moves too. But she wasn't like me. And I just had to sit there for a while, and I'm just like, I cannot believe this is my life. Like, what is wrong with me? I can't even do an exercise class. But then, I kind of got my wind, and I was like, okay, let me get up and finish. They were doing some last moves of the kettlebell, and I sat there like 3 minutes till I got my stomach settled down, and I jumped up and finished. But at the end of the class, the teacher she knew I was defeated. She came up to me. She said, are you okay? I said, yeah. I just said, I think that going up and down made me, I really got sick. She said, well, you did the right thing. And I said, see, and we signed up for tomorrow night. I'm going back tomorrow night, but not for that class. This is going to be a different one.
Believe it or not, when Kelly came home,
I was so defeated.
She was defeated, and I was actually trying to be encouraging.
You were until now. You're that student.
No.
You're trying to be all sassy on the podcast. When I was actually very touched by the way you handled it when I came home.
Thank you, babe.
Until now. Oh, you're that student.
I just wanted you to do those voices. No, I told Kelly, like, when I started doing that HIIT training, like, I don't know when I started, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, the first couple of classes, I wanted to, like, quit. I literally wanted to say, I'm out. I'm done with this.
So hard,
and
y'all.
walk out of the room.
I know.
And I just kept going and going. And I'm looking at people that are, like, half my age, and they're just cruising along. I'm looking at guys that are older than me, and they're just cruising along. And I'm like, how in the heck are they doing so well? And I suck. And I was telling Kelly, it was the same for me. And then if you can get through like that first 2 weeks, get through like a month, if you can get through that first month,
This was my 5th class.
you will be golden. And then you'll start to hate missing it. And then you'll say, oh, crap, I got to get to my class.
Well, we're going 3 times this week. We're trying to get in the swing of it.
Stay with it.
But y'all, I was so sad. And I'm like, they're going to hate me up there because I'm not really great about hiding my feelings. I don't know if anybody's knows me personally that's listening. But when, I can be polite. I can be.
When you engage?
I don't feel like engaging because I feel like such a loser.
You're not a loser. You're just getting started, babe. It's hard.
I know. It is hard.
It's hard.
It is hard.
You haven't done anything.
After my second class, this girl asked me, after my second class, she's like, well, did you enjoy this one? I said, no, I didn't. I don't know what I'm doing. This is not fun.
Okay,
Maybe I should lie.
Okay, here, just some constructive criticism.
Okay.
First thing is, just stick with it, and it's going to get easier.
I am until they ask me not to come back.
Yeah. Second thing, if someone asks you, how are you doing? Did you enjoy it? You don't have to say, man, this effing sucks. You could say, it's really hard, but I do feel like maybe every class it's getting maybe just a little bit
That was
easier.
my second class when I said that. My second class wasn't.
So you're
saying to lie.
Well, don't beat all them down.
Exactly. That's what I'm doing. They're going to ask me not to come back. That's where we're heading. But today I didn't say that. Today
good. Then that's progress. Then that's progress.
I just about threw up and passed out.
That's what Kelly said when she walked in the door. She was red. Her hair looked like a bloody red Q-tip, and she was sweating. And she said, "I am dizzy, and I feel like I'm about to pass out."
Well, that's not really 100%.
Oh, is that what she said?
No, that's okay.
You said you were about to pass
out.
out.
So based on that, y'all know that the upcoming story about Alan might be embellished just a little bit. But you have to wait for a minute. Now, in pictures, I stand next to Alan, and I always thought my smile was, it was okay. I always wanted a brighter smile, but then I married Alan, Mr. Bright White Smile. And then I realized I look like I smoke a pack of cigarettes a day and drink 5 glasses of red wine.
Nothing wrong with that.
And I have tried everything under the sun, I thought, to get my teeth whitened. I don't know if it's because I'm a redhead or what my problem is. My teeth are super sensitive. And in fact, I went to a dentist who said, Kelly, I have treated hundreds of patients with this teeth whitening system, and not one of them has complained about pain. And then came Kelly Raspberry. And remember, I would hold my mouth. We'd be eating, and I'd be like, Ellen, it hurts so bad. Because it's
very
like
sensitive.
nails
Very sensitive.
through my teeth.
Nails through your teeth.
Seriously, y'all.
Yeah.
If you've ever had that experience, you know what I'm talking about. So here's the deal. This company called Lumino.
Lumino?
Yes. It's a teeth whitening company. And they're like, we want to come on your podcast. I was like, listen, I have had terrible experiences with teeth whitening products. And so if yours works for me, I will shout it from the rooftops. It will be my number one thing. I will just be singing the praises of Lumino. And let me tell you, I just got my kit this week, and I am on day 3. And by now, if I was on a different teeth whitening system, I would already be complaining. But y'all, I'm not having any pain. And I'm 3 days in. I am very encouraged.
No complaining about the teeth whitening.
None. I complain about a lot. Y'all listen to this podcast.
Complain about other stuff, but not the teeth whitening.
Listen, this is the thing about Lumino. They make toothpaste, mouthwash, and whitening products that actually help your oral health instead of hurting it and hurting you. They are very purposeful and uncompromising in their ingredients. They use sea salt, aloe, and coconut oils to clean and brighten your smile. Plus, everything they make is certified non-toxic. It is very important that you're not putting those toxic chemicals, the bleaches, they're so harsh on the enamel on your teeth, the artificial dyes, there's no alcohol, none of that stuff in Lumino's products. Everything they make is dentist formulated, backed by over 50 studies, and proven to protect the good bacteria in your smile. And that's what I didn't understand either. There's good bacteria in your mouth, and you want to protect that. That's good for your overall health. This stuff is incredible. Lumino's whitening strips are super effective, perfect for sensitive teeth like mine. Only takes 30 minutes to apply, and you should see the results in 7 days. Now, I just did day 3, so I'm really excited. Hopefully by the next podcast, but I can already see a difference. But I know it's only going to get better from here. So I love what's happening in my mouth. And if you have tried everything and you're ready to try Lumino, we've got a great offer for you.
And get 15% off. That offer is get 15% off your order today by going to getlumino.com/sandwich and use code SANDWICH. That's GETLUMIEN.
No.
INEUX.
We got to spell that again. Yeah.
Let's do that one more time. That's GETLUMINEUX.com/sandwich.
It's like French. Lumino, right?
G'day, mate. Use code SANDWICH to save 15%. Get lumino.com/sandwich.
And if you go to the show notes on A Sandwich and Some Lovin', whenever we have a podcast sponsor, we always put the website and the code there. So if you don't have, if you're not writing it down now, go look at the show notes and you'll see that there.
Hey, real quick.
Getlumino.com/sandwich.
GETLUMINEUX.
Yes.
.com/sandwich.
Yeah. It's like French.
Good day, mate. Okay. So here's what I am going to attempt to do. And I would please ask for your cooperation here. And that would be to not correct me midstream. I am going to tell this story
Uninterrupted?
uninterrupted.
You don't want me to interrupt you?
More as accurately as I can based on what I remember.
Very important point.
Okay, here's what happened. So this was Saturday. And we're all here at the house. I believe Dylan was upstairs. Kellie Raspberry Evans was in the living room sitting in a leather chair. Cole, my 13-year-old son, our 13-year-old son, asked me to make him something to eat. So I said, sure, bud. So both of us go into the kitchen. Kellie continues to sit in the leather chair on her phone. So far, this is 100% accurate.
I'm not interrupting because you haven't lied yet.
Okay. Cole, he's pretty simple. He likes grilled cheeses. He likes Hot Pockets. He likes peanut butter and jellies.
He likes those frozen entrees of Salisbury steaks.
Yeah.
The hungry man Salisbury steak. That's my kind of kid right there.
He's pretty easy to make a quick meal for.
Very easy.
He wanted a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. So I'm over in the pantry, and our pantry, it's not a walk-in pantry. It's like a cabinet pantry. On the bottom are two pull-out cabinet doors that have shelving on the inside that hold canned goods. And then up the top shelf of the pantry, there are also two doors that come out, and they're just kind of it's a traditional cabinet. So if you can imagine a pantry, it's like 8 feet tall, and two doors on the top, two doors on the bottom. So I am squatted down on the ground, looking in the pantry, looking for, when Cole said, I want a peanut butter and jelly, I start looking for the peanut butter, and I start looking for the bread, and I'm like, oh yeah, they're in the top cabinet. At which point I go from a squatted position, and I just imagine you launching yourself up about as fast as you can from a squatted position up, so you
like
can,
like me in exercise class.
You in exercise class with the kettlebell basically was the exercise I did. So from a squat going full speed up, and my head hits one of the open doors on the cabinet.
Right on the corner.
Right on the corner of the cabinet, and right in the middle of my head, probably about 2 or 3 inches back from my hairline. Okay, so kind of like the front top of my head. So I hit that door, and then I'm not trying to be dramatic here, but what I remember was all of a sudden everything went white, and then I closed my eyes, and I just felt this like burning pain in my head. I grabbed my head with both hands, and I kind of did a roly-poly. I kind of roly-polied to the floor. Now, Cole has seen me do bits before where like he thinks I'm hurt, but I'm really not.
You flop.
I flop. Like one time we were on a bike ride and I fell off the bike, but I did the roly-poly roll and then sprung up to my feet. And he always says, Dad, that was the most dramatic fall I've ever seen. Mm-hmm. And I said, well, why was it dramatic? He said, you didn't have to roll twice and then pop up on your feet.
And y'all are always doing dramatic flops. Y'all go to the pool and see who can flop the fanciest.
Right.
So this is like a bit. Y'all are constantly
Right.
flopping for each other.
Right.
Keep that in mind.
Okay.
As Alan continues the story uninterrupted.
Okay. So the flash of white light, still Kellie Raspberry Evans, to my knowledge, is in the living room, in the leather chair, on the phone. Okay. I roly-poly to the floor, and I just remember holding my head thinking, man, I'm doing every 4-letter word in my head that I can. Cole's standing right there, so I can't.
And what's Cole doing?
Well, he was standing over me, and he was laughing.
Laughing. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cole is laughing.
The facts are, that's what happened.
Yeah.
So I'm laying there on the floor, and he's laughing. And I'm just like, I can't even speak. I'm like, like that. And my head is pounding, and I'm just holding my head. And then I finally open my eyes, and I can see him standing over me.
Laughing.
And he's laughing. And then he starts, his face goes from smiling and laughing. And then he looks at me. He goes, "Are you okay?" And I said, "Buddy, I don't think I'm okay." And then I patted my head, and I looked at my palm, and my entire palm was bloody.
The entire thing.
Bodily fluids, maybe even a piece of brain was on my palm.
Right. And is that exaggeration?
Well,
just a little bit?
I said maybe, but it was bleeding. So he goes, "Oh no, you're not okay." And I said, "Yeah, buddy, I hit my head really hard." I said, "Can you get me a paper towel with some water or something?" And he runs over there, gets me a paper towel and some water, brings it to me, and then I'm trying to wipe off my hand. Okay, at this point, to my recollection, Kellie Raspberry Evans is still in the leather chair, is still in the living room, which, guys, this is right over the bar of the kitchen.
Yeah.
And
the TV's on, by the way.
She's 10 feet away.
And I hear Cole laughing. So I think, I'm sorry I'm interrupting.
Oh, no.
Go ahead.
That's your story to tell.
No, I'm stop. Go
Your
ahead.
story to tell.
Go ahead.
So I sit up, and I'm just sitting there for a minute. I'd say a minute or two. And Cole was like, "Daddy, are you okay?" And I said, "Yeah, I'm sorry, bud. I just stood up." I said, "I hate it when I do that." And I'm bleeding. I'm like, "Where is Kellie?" And Cole said, "She's over there playing Candy Crush or something." So then I sit up, and I'm like, "Hey, babe, I hit my head. Can I get a little help over here?" And then Kellie finally looks up out of her phone and says, "What happened?" And I said, "Well, I need some ice. I'm bleeding."
And that's how you remember it.
That's how I remember it.
Okay.
And then
I sprung into action.
I don't remember what happened after that.
Oh, you don't remember? Okay.
Fill us in on that.
So
Fill
up
us in
to
on
the
that.
point where I'm sitting on the phone, I'm on Twitter. And I'm going through Twitter and I'm watching Twitter videos. That's like a nightly ritual. I get all riled up and fired up on Twitter. And I was watching some of these videos and I'm listening to the videos and the TV's on and they're in there making peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. And I just hear thump and then Alan falls and Cole's laughing. And I think, oh, he's, just trying to, because Cole was kind of in like a little bit of a funky mood. He couldn't decide what he wanted to eat. He was kind of being, just typical, I don't know. So I thought Alan was trying to kind of make him laugh and get him in a better mood. That's truly what I thought. So I'm sitting there and I'm just watching this video and I hear laughing and then Alan kind of sits up and he asks Cole for a paper towel. And I was like, "Are you okay?" And I forget what you said, something then. I said, and then Cole's still laughing and Cole's looking at me and he says, "He hit his head." I was like, "But really, are you okay?" And that's when Alan gets up. "I'm bleeding. Can you get me some ice or something? You're over there playing Candy Crush." I said, "First of all, I'm not playing Candy Crush. I am on Twitter."
Best Fiends.
No, I was not.
It's friends without the R.
I wasn't
Best
on that.
Fiends.
I was on Twitter.
Get it, babe.
I was on Twitter. I want that on
What
record.
what was so important on Twitter?
I was watching a video about a girl. It was the Right to Life March and everything going on in Washington.
I was over there dying in a pool of blood.
I thought you were joking. And so then I immediately, when I'm like, I ran in there and Cole's still laughing, by the way. And I'm like, oh, okay. I think he's serious. So I ran to the other room and I just didn't get one ice pack. I brought like 7. Remember? I brought every ice pack we had because I want to make sure you got the right one. Then I said, let me go get some gauze so I can get some gauze on your head. Let me see what it's looking like. And he pulled his hand away. I was like, yeah, there's a cut there. I went and got gauze. I put the gauze on it. I said, how are we going to put this on your head without tape? I said, why don't you put the gauze on your head and put a hat on? That's a dumb idea. No. And then
I said that's a dumb
yeah,
idea.
you're like, no, I can't put this on. And then 2 minutes later, he's sitting there with his hat on and the gauze on his head to put pressure on it. Like I suggested.
I think I was concussed.
Yes, and I told Alan, that's when I said, he said his head was pounding. I said, you might have a concussion. You need to sit up. And I went and got him some, I said, you want some ibuprofen? Do you want some Advil? What do you want? And so I got you some pills and some water. And that's what happened, honey. And then you just mad. You were over there playing Candy Crush. I was on Twitter. I thought you were joking. I thought you were doing a big flop for the joke. And Cole, the whole time Alan's fussing at me about not helping him, Cole's still sitting over there laughing.
I was bleeding.
And Cole laughed the whole time.
It hurt. Okay, no.
You know, when people fall and people get hurt, what is the natural thing? You laugh. I don't know what that is about
when you
that.
fell in New York City on your face, did I laugh?
No, you didn't.
I
But that
didn't.
is a natural reaction. It does happen. So I think Cole, at first he thought you were joking too, I think. And then I think he just kept laughing because he's like, this is awkward. But that's what happened.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry I didn't jump up at the slightest thud that I heard. I apologize for that. But what did I lie about?
Well,
You're
no,
sitting. You said I lied on the radio. What did I say that was so wrong?
You said like almost immediately, are you okay over there?
I didn't say it was like almost immediately.
I swear.
In fact, I could read. I still have what I read.
I swear I was laying there holding my head, my bloody head with both my hands soaked with blood.
And you know how injured Mr. Evans was?
I'm laying there.
Go ahead.
No,
Go ahead.
I'm laying there and I'm thinking to myself, like, why is she not coming over here?
Because Cole was laughing. I think you're joking.
I can't get up off the floor right now.
Here's how injured he was, everybody. After he sat down on the couch, he asked me to go get his bloody napkin so he could Instagram it. He's doing selfies with his bloody paper towel that I'd already thrown away and had to go fish it out of the garbage so he could get the good selfie.
Body fluids on social media are a good bit.
That's how close to death he came, that he had to make it an Instagrammable moment, if anybody saw that.
I would submit to you, listener, that what I have told you is to the best of my recollection and is accurate. And there are no theatrics, there are no exaggerations, and it's exactly what happened.
Mm-hmm.
I would submit to you what Kellie described was her painting herself in a little more helpful position than it actually was.
As soon as I knew you were truly hurt, I was extremely helpful.
Yes.
Up until that point, I was looking at Twitter.
Up until that point, you were killing slugs and
I was on Twitter.
crushing candy and whatever you do.
All right. So who y'all gonna believe?
And then the next day, I was nauseous.
You were feeling bad. I think you did.
I was concussed.
I do believe you had a slight
I had
concussion.
a minor concussion, which is an oxymoron.
I do. How's it look now? It's been a few days.
Oh, how's it look?
Yeah, let me see.
I don't know. Here, check it out. Can you see it?
Yeah, you got a little scab there.
Ew.
I should take a picture.
Pick it off for the listener.
No, that's gross. He does have a little tiny scab there, y'all.
Well,
But I do believe he had a concussion. The next day he wasn't feeling good. His head hurt all day.
uh-huh.
I told him I was really sorry.
If I can,
That's all I could do at that point.
if I can refer to some messages that are being passed to me from our assistant producers from our live studio audience, a couple of them
Are you going to be okay? Go ahead.
A couple of them are giving me the violin emoji over and over and over again. See the violin?
No, I think you were hurt. I think it did hurt really bad.
The violin emoji. They're asking why Kellie was ruffling through the trash like a raccoon looking for a bloody Kleenex.
Because Instagram.
Right. One of our very best and sweetest customers, Mel, actually is saying prayers for me.
Oh,
Thank
that's
you,
nice.
Mel.
That's so nice.
Thank you, Mel. Yeah. So that's and then another one of our very best customers says there are just a lot of theatrics going on right now. I'm not sure what to believe. One other says, "You look fine to me, Alan." They can see us on video, and I appear to be okay. So
Yeah. So that's what happened.
yeah.
And I'm sorry I did not immediately jump to Alan's aid. I apologize. I failed him as a wife and a life partner.
But that's not all we're going to talk about on this podcast.
There's more?
There's more.
I'm exhausted. First workout and then that?
Can you do that?
I can always do that.
Why don't you do that? And then what we're going to do is I am going to swing this around from being a sob story for Alan into practical information that you can take back to your families that will hopefully prevent you from having an accident like I had.
Oh, okay. Well, that'd be very helpful.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
don't make that noise. Trust me. You haven't done that in a long time, though. I appreciate it. You know, a lot of people, we're still, fairly early into the new year, and a lot of people are still sticking to those, healthy changes you decided to make. You stick with it for a few weeks and it becomes a habit. And a lot of people are also looking at the things they put into and on their bodies. Well, Native makes it easy to switch to a personal care brand that makes all their products with very simple ingredients. Native cares about the products you put on your body. They're all about stopping the stink the right way. That's the Native difference. Native's coconut and vanilla scented aluminum-free deodorant has been a customer favorite for years. And now Native is on a mission to overhaul your entire hygiene routine. They create products that are made with very simple ingredients like shea butter and coconut oil, so you smell great all day long, and we all want to smell good. Native deodorant checks a lot of boxes. Aluminum free, 24-hour odor protection, 0 residue on skin application. I love that. That's very important. And over 10 scents to choose from. Now's the time to treat yourself with Native. If you visit their site, you'll find not just deodorant. They also have body wash, bar soap if you like that instead, toothpaste, shampoo, conditioner, even sunscreen, everything you need to take your self-care to the next level. And I tell you what, they are doing. Have you ever had Baked by Melissa, those little teeny tiny cupcakes that are so fun and fabulous? I'm telling you, if you've ever experienced that, you're going to love this. Native by and Baked by Melissa. It's a limited edition collection to make every day taking care of yourself just a little bit sweeter. I was really excited to see that. I can't wait to order some for Emma Kelly.
This year, up your personal hygiene routine with Native. Go to nativedeo.com/sandwich or use promo code sandwich at checkout and get 20% off your first order. That's nativedeo.com/sandwich or use promo code sandwich at checkout for 20% off your first order.
I'm serious. Emma Kelly is so excited about Native because she's really, these young kids, they're way ahead of the game when it comes to the chemicals and stuff we're putting on our bodies and in our bodies, right?
Live studio audience, boy, they are killers tonight, babe.
What?
Killers,
They got zingers?
They're wanting to make sure your life insurance is updated.
Mine?
# rich widow.
Oh, yours.
Or mine.
That's
yeah.
right.
Mine.
I asked Alan that too every time he hurts himself. How's that life insurance policy?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Amy Wilkerson says I might need an Elizabethan collar like a dog around my neck so I don't pick at the scab with my arms.
Or lick yourself as you tend to do.
Excuse me? Lick myself?
That's why the dogs wear the cones.
Another live studio audience member says, Kelly, you didn't fail. You did your best. And that's all that matters.
Thank you.
Okay.
There's a song about that. My best wasn't good enough. What is that song? There's a song about that.
And then, she's just consistent with her love for A-Train. Mel, she says, Alan, I can't imagine the pain you must have felt on the top of your head.
She's so sweet. She's so sweet.
Well, and you know what? She's not doing a bit. She's
no,
genuinely
she genuinely
sweet. Yeah, no, she's genuinely
is the
concerned.
only one that has your side.
She's the only one that cares.
The only one that has your side on
Well,
this.
maybe Mel and Sam. Sam, maybe.
But I care about your head. But I'm just saying you're demonizing, you're villainizing me. Demonizing might be a little bit too extreme. But you're making me like this negligent wife, and that was not the case.
Well, you're not negligent. You help me. But here's what's going to help you, good, sweet, clean, good, strong listener. People love lists. You love
They do.
lists.
I love lists.
Yes.
Y'all know I have an ongoing list that I started on January 1st. It's a notebook I carry around with me, and it's a to-do list that I just never end. And I try to see how high it can go by the end of the year.
Let me give you some statistics on household accidents because I just had one. I had a household accident that could have sent me to the hospital.
Remember, I almost had one in the bathtub.
Yeah.
Did I tell that on the podcast? I know it's on the radio.
Where we almost fell? No, you got stuck.
I couldn't get out of the bathtub.
Yeah.
Did
No,
I
you
tell
told that
on
on
the
the podcast.
podcast?
You told it on the podcast.
Oh,
yeah.
it was bad.
Yeah, and I said you should hang a rope from the
I'm
ceiling.
gonna hang a rope from the ceiling so I can pull myself out.
Okay.
We're falling apart over here.
Quick statistics. Poisoning is among the top 5 fatal household injuries.
I would imagine that would be among young children, right? Because by the time you're an adult, you know not to drink that, bleach or something, right?
77% of accidental gun deaths happen at home.
Yeah.
17 people die per year because of household appliances.
Oh.
Could be a refrigerator falling
Tipping
on you,
over.
or you get caught in a freezer, or
Electrocution.
The chances of an adult person drowning in a bathtub are 1 in 685,000.
Whitney Houston.
And that's long odds, 1 in
Whitney
685,000.
Houston did
But it
it.
happens. It does happen. Calls to the U.S. Poison Control Centers increased 20% during the pandemic. That makes total sense because more people at home.
Yeah, kids get into stuff.
Yeah, kids at home, more adults at home. Over 10,300 people died last year in a fall involving a bed.
I fell on the bed. That's how I found I had that wrist problem. Remember, I was trying to have you ever tried to reverse the blades on your ceiling fan? And it's like, it takes forever for the blades to stop so you could flip them the other way. So I was going to jump up there and stop it, and I fell. I could have died.
Could have. Avocado hand injury sends 24 people to the ER every day.
That's scary. People, they try to do that thing where they whack the pit
don't be
with the knife.
trying to whack the pit
and you
with a
miss
knife.
the pit.
Don't
do that.
Don't be trying to do that.
You're not a top chef.
You're not Bobby Flay.
No, none of us are.
The estimated annual number of ER visits for knife-related injury is 322,500 people.
Yeah.
a lot of people.
I got sent to the hospital one time
For cutting yourself?
for cutting my finger. I still have the scar. I worked at J.B. Winberry's in Marietta, Georgia, and the chef was too busy. Nobody ever ordered fondue, ever ordered fondue. And somebody finally did. And you have to chop up fruit for it. And the chef, they were really busy in the weeds, as they call it. So I just ran back there real quick, and I got a knife, and the only one I could find was like a boning knife for a fish or something.
Well, like
and
a
those
fillet
are
knife?
Very sharp.
Very sharp.
And I go to slice the apple, and I sliced my finger, and I just grabbed it, and I told somebody, I said, I think I really hurt myself. And they said, well, take your hand off and let us see. I said, nope, I'm not taking my hand off because I know it's going to be bad. And my boss made me do it, and I held it under running water, and they had to take me to the emergency room, and I got stitches.
Mm.
So I had an injury at work. I almost cut my top of my finger off.
Okay, let's drill down into some of these just to see what the statistics say. So 160,000 Americans die due to accidents every year. This number's so high that it makes accidents the third biggest cause of death in the U.S.
Okay,
The
but what
third biggest cause of death in the U.S. are accidents.
But
U.S.
that doesn't mean like car crashes, like car accidents. That means like
That's all accidents.
at home, like falling off a ladder accidents. What kind of accidents?
Unintentional household injury makes up 75% of these deaths. So if you're going to get injured, it's probably going to be in your house,
Yeah.
statistically speaking. West Virginia has the highest fatality rates per 100,000 residents. Wonder why. 38.4 fatality rate in West Virginia. It's the state with the most accidental deaths, followed by New Mexico, Wisconsin, Rhode Island, and Vermont.
Well, somebody has to be number one, right? So what is the reason? Do they have just, I know there's a large, they've done shows about it. It's a huge impoverished community.
Huge.
Not the entire state, but it has a lot of poverty there. So there might be some issues with that where people try to heat their homes, when they don't have electricity, and things can go very tragically wrong with that. I'm just guessing. I don't know.
Conversely, Maryland, California, New York, Texas, and Utah have the lowest household accidents per 100,000 people.
Awesome.
So I'm the Dumas that contributed to the Texas statistic there.
If we would report it, you might change the statistics.
Unreported.
It was unreported.
It was unreported.
How many of these accidents go unreported because people just don't go to the hospital?
Or they're embarrassed. Or their wife is playing Candy Crush.
I was on Twitter.
Or they're killing slugs. While
Twitter.
I'm suffering. Okay, we mentioned 77% of accidental gun deaths happen at home. Most accidents occur in the home, and guns are a huge part of it. Around 77% of gun-related deaths happen at home, and most commonly to those under 25. Adolescents are most likely to suffer consequences since they're naturally curious about firearms.
Yeah.
So just public service announcement, and I'm not trying to sound preachy, but I did learn this when I went to my concealed handgun class years and years ago. They taught us this and taught us this and taught us this. They said, look, if you're going to keep firearms at home, it's a felony in Texas to lay them around the house if you have children in the home. If you have children in the home, you have to have a gun safe, and they have to be in a locked gun safe. If a policeman, for whatever reason, had to come into your house and you've got guns lying around and there's children in the home, he can take you to jail for that. It's a felony offense. It's a very serious offense.
Lock them up.
Not only that, it's, this is true. I remember as a teenage boy, you're just naturally curious about firearms. I remember asking my dad about them, wanting to go out and shoot with my dad. Say, hey, Dad, can I go in your closet? Can we look at your guns? It's just something that guys do. And, I know some girls do too, but you just got to be careful of those things and lock them up. If you have them, lock them up.
My daddy always had a gun, and I only saw him shoot it at Water Moccasins when we went to Santee when I was a little girl. But I remember when my mom and I were driving to Texas from Florence, South Carolina, when I took the job in Dallas, and I didn't know till we were halfway here that Daddy gave us the gun, and Mama had it in the glove compartment. And I'm thinking, well, who's going to fire it? If one of us gets in trouble, we didn't know anything about guns,
right.
But we had a gun for protection. But it's like, I don't know. I'd like to think that if I had to, I could pull the trigger, but I don't know. People always talk a big game. Well, this is what I would do. This is what I would do. I was like, oh, really? Have you ever been in that situation? I don't know.
Yeah.
I'd like to think I would.
One person dies every day from using the bathroom or the shower in the U.S. Bathrooms are a dangerous place in the home. Slippery.
Yes.
I can't talk tonight, babe. Slippery surfaces, out of reach items, and bathtub sides cause 365 shower deaths per year.
That's me. I
In
could have
addition,
been in that statistic.
33% of elderly people require hospital admission after a bathroom incident, and one person dies per day by using their bathroom or shower.
I'm telling you, our bathtub is a death trap.
Don't say that.
It is a death trap.
That's bad
It is
juju.
so hard to get in and out.
That's bad juju.
It's not just unsexy. It's
Whoa.
just so hard to get in and out. I told Alan we need to get one of those with the little door that you walk into the tub.
Heaving a leg over.
It's not cute.
6 out of 10 falls happen at home. So you are one of the 40%. When you bite it, you usually bite it out in the public.
In the wild.
Yeah, you bite it in the wild. People move around believing they are safe and pay no attention to all the hazards inside their homes. However, according to the home injury statistics, falls should be taken more seriously since 6 out of 10 falls happen inside the house. Moving through stairways, bathrooms, bedrooms, and other living areas can cause a fall if you're not careful.
I've fallen downstairs before. Not here. When I had an apartment, there were carpeted stairs. I think those are more dangerous.
Our live studio audience wants me to recreate I've recreated your fall in New York City
multiple times.
Multiple times. They want me to recreate the cabinet
Head injury.
attacking my head. Yeah. And then the flash of white light, and then turn it into a roly-poly on my back.
I have to wait until Cole's back so you can reenact this.
So he can
the
stand
whole
over me
thing.
laughing.
Yes.
And then
my reaction.
We'll get Dylan to film it. And then you're just going to be like a freaking statue sitting. You're going to be like the Lincoln Memorial. That's what we'll give you. Your direction will be, Kelly, act like you are the Lincoln Memorial.
Okay.
Okay. Alan's going to hit his head. He's going to yell. Ah!
You did not yell.
He's going to fall. He's going to be on his back. His son's going to be laughing at him. He's going to be holding his head in agony with bloody palms. Kellie, we want you to sit there like the Lincoln Memorial.
If Abraham Lincoln was on Twitter.
If Lincoln was playing Best Fiends.
I was on Twitter.
Get it, babe. Get it, Lincoln. You want to do one more?
Sure. These are so cheery.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. They're
How can you die?
This is a little macabre, but here's a good one to end on. You're pretty versed in the English language.
I'd like to think so.
Define SYNCOPE and pronounce it, please.
Let me see it on print. Let me see the paper.
SYNCOPE.
Where is it? I don't see
It's
where is
right
it.
there.
Oh, right there. I would say I would say syncope, but I don't know.
Syncope. Okay, I'll go with syncope. Syncope. Have you heard of this? Good, sweet, good,
No.
strong, dear listener.
No.
You haven't either?
Mm-mm.
I hadn't either until 10 minutes ago. Syncope accounts for 3 to 5% of ER visits. And luckily, defecation syncope accounts for even less. Defecation syncope is defined as a loss of consciousness while a person
Is pooping?
is pooping.
Because it's such a strain when you're constipated, it makes you pass out.
While it doesn't cause many toilet deaths per year on its own, a person with a compromised cardiovascular system may suffer cardiac arrest
Wow.
after the defecation syncope. So their heart could attack them
Because you're
because you're trying
Forcing
to
it.
grunt one out.
Don't be gross, Alan. It's just that's serious.
No, you're
though.
trying to grunt too hard.
Yeah. It's like if you're constipated, that could be a health hazard.
Yeah, I just drink a cup of coffee and sit there.
No,
Let
you're
gravity
lucky
take
that
over.
way.
Yeah.
I used to have serious constipation when I was a child. It was really, really bad.
This happens because of the rapid changes in blood pressure and a decreased flow of blood to the brain.
Wow.
Sounds like you in a bar class. The body can't handle the quick changes. The person faints and shortly after passes out.
I have never heard of that.
Defecation
Maybe
syncope.
that's what happened to Elvis. I'm not being funny. Maybe that's what happened.
Babe, I think you're onto something. I think the king checked out with defecation syncope.
How about that?
He was on the toilet.
That's right. And he had a heart attack, right?
Holy moly. I'm serious. I wonder if that's what happened to the king.
I've never heard of it, but wow.
Tell you
I
what.
mean, I just thought it was a coincidence that you have a heart attack at any time. You don't know when it's going to hit you. But what if it was because he was pooping?
One of our live studio audience members says, "No, you dummies. It's pronounced syncope."
Well, I don't know. I've never heard of it.
Hey, there's Kellie Blueberry. Her name's Raspberry, not Blueberry, you idiot.
That's not the same thing.
Oh.
Yeah, there's no little mark over it.
Defecation syncope. I tell you what, of all the ways you can check out of this world and pass on to the next plane,
Oh, God.
I don't want to be a victim of defecation syncope.
I want to be, when I die, I want to be fully clothed. That's one of my wishes.
So you want to be casket ready.
I want to be, well, not necessarily casket ready, but just in a state of just not naked. I don't want to be naked dead. And I would like to be not doing something embarrassing. That's my only, but who doesn't want that? Who doesn't want that? Everybody wants to die in their sleep, fully dressed, right?
I haven't put a lot of thought to this subject, honestly.
Well, you haven't fallen as much as I have in various states of undress.
I fell a day and a half ago.
But you were clothed. That's very important.
I was bleeding.
I think what we should learn from this is we should try to stay dressed as much as possible at all. There are going to be certain times when you cannot be dressed, but at every opportunity, be wearing clothes.
I won't lie. I can't sit here on this podcast and say before I get on my motorcycle, I've never given any thought into the color of the underwear I put on. I won't lie and say I've never thought about that because I have.
Yeah.
If I have a choice of picking the penguin underwear with the little, I don't even know what they are, the little penguins on them with the little bathing suits on, or just picking out a black pair, I'm like,
Now that you're on a motorcycle, you think about that more?
think about that more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the little things.
I don't want to be lying on a gurney in a pair of penguin underwear.
I don't want you lying on a gurney, honey. That's what I'm supposed to say.
Oh, thank you, babe.
That's what I'm supposed to say.
Thank you. Okay, we have some action items to knock out after this podcast. I have to film a recreation. Oh, this is going to take all of us, though. We're going to have to get Emma Kellie.
Yeah, we have to wait.
We'll have to get Emma Kellie or Dill to film it.
It might be a week or so. Don't hold your breath on that before you see that.
Lincoln Memorial.
It's fine, honey. I've got my part down. I'll recreate it as it happened.
And even Cole was saying, yeah, Kellie was over there playing Candy Crush.
I was not.
All right, babe.
Nobody has my back.
Oh, are you kidding me? Oh, no one has your back?
In this house.
The entire freaking world has your back.
In
No
this
one
house.
has my back.
I wonder why.
My gosh.
Maybe you need to do a little personal inventory check.
A little soul searching?
Yeah. Why does nobody have your back?
I am so misrepresented.
By yourself?
No, I'm not.
All right. Is there any other action items on the agenda?
I don't think so.
All right.
Do we have anything, no meetups or anything?
Not
Or-
scheduled, no.
Okay. We have a restaurant. You want to talk about that just real quick?
Come to Oaks Barbecue if you're in
Yes.
Dallas. We would love to know if you're coming, and if we happen to be available, we'd love to meet you there. It's a little drive for us, but we don't mind making it because we love that barbecue so good.
But hey, we Kellie says it's a long drive, but we've had listeners, friends from other states.
Oh yeah,
come here.
let us know you're going.
We just met Jill. Jill told me how to pronounce her last name. I always say Schleba, but I think she said it's pronounced Slaba. Jill from Fort Worth. She was the winner of our Name the Smoker, one of the winners of the Name the Smoker contest. So Kellie and I met Jill down there finally.
Oh, they've got the nameplates on these smokers.
They are awesome.
They are gigantic.
Yeah.
They're as big as street signs.
They're really cool.
I thought they were going to be these little plaques. They're
No,
gigantic.
They're these big metal plaques with the name of the smoker. Jill named the Pit Killer, I believe.
Yeah.
And then her name is on the plaque.
We
they're
should
really
take pictures
nice.
of them and post them.
They're
We should
really
do that.
nice, yeah.
We should have thought about that.
But anyway, yeah, Oaks Barbecue in Dallas. Kellie and I are involved with that restaurant, so come check us out. We'd love to have you.
Love to see you.
All right, babe. I love you desperately.
I love you.
I love our listeners desperately, even though I'm being mocked about hitting my head. They're saying they're going to create one of those food chains for me now, too.
Aw.
Yeah.
I'm the beneficiary of that.
Yeah.
I'll have to cook for a while.
All right. Well, I'm sure we'll podcast again real soon.
I hope so. If you live long
If
enough.
I'm not too concussed.
Right?
And in the immortal words of the great Keanu Reeves, life is good when you have a good sandwich.